If you don't know how to start centering yourself, the first thing I would suggest is going out to eat. Yes, going out to eat is so great. I've been doing it by myself and with my friends, and it's such a great opportunity to discover new areas in your city, new restaurants, different kinds of food. It's something that you can talk with other people about, like, hey, I visited this restaurant, blah, blah, blah. It just creates a wonderful experience, and I think it's very low threat. And I feel like sometimes people can feel a little self-conscious about going out to eat by themselves, but it really isn't a big deal. I've done it like a million times. And even sometimes I've had good conversations with strangers or the bartender or the waiter/waitress. Going out to eat is such a great opportunity to kind of get to know yourself and just kind of think, you kind of have that space to think, or people watch or whatever. Like I said, it's a great way to get to know your likes, get to know your dislikes, really think. Like, I've had so much time to just think and actually really appreciate the food even more, especially when I'm by myself, like not talking. I think restaurants are a great opportunity to do that. Also, especially if you live in a really kind of popping city, like, for instance, the DMV, you can kind of like explore the area. So you may go to a restaurant and then you say, oh, like, I didn't know this was up here. I didn't know I could visit this, store or shop or mall or whatever. Like, you kind of get to know the area a little bit more. So you're not so afraid to get out of the house, and next time I'll come back and I'll visit this store or the restaurant next to it, or this bar that I heard about, or this club or whatever. So I really feel like restaurants are a very low threat way to kind of get your foot in the door when it comes to stepping out of your comfort zone and focusing on yourself. I think it can really help with your own accountability as well, especially if you're going out by yourself, because I am very quick to bail on plans with myself sometimes. And I feel like if you can't trust yourself, and if you can't keep the promises that you have to yourself, how are you supposed to do that in the other aspects of your life that require discipline? If you can't dedicate the time to yourself to treat yourself, or be like, hey, I made these plans and I'm gonna follow through on these plans, it's kind of gonna erode your confidence. I think making a reservation and then showing up, or making some plans and then following through with those plans has really helped build my sense of confidence. So I feel more and more confident every time I go out. Another amazing way to center yourself is by trying new activities, especially with friends. Like I said, all of these things can be even better with friends, but definitely try going to things solo, because it really tests your ability to be comfortable being alone, being seen alone, being by yourself, which I think is kind of maybe something that a lot of young women struggle with, having to do things in groups or with a significant other. But yeah, just try new stuff by yourself. I went to this pole class. I had so much fun. It was very difficult, but I really enjoyed it. And me and a friend went together, and it was a great shared experience. I definitely think trying something out of your comfort zone, or something you might not have even really considered, can be a great thing to do. The next thing that I want to try is skating. I definitely love the idea of being able to sexy skate in the roller rink, but I bought the skates. I haven't gone. I don't know what I'm afraid of, but as soon as I try that, I will document it. I've been maybe trying to look for someone who's interested in skating too, so that I can kind of have that commitment to actually doing it. That's probably why I haven't gone yet, because none of my friends have said they're interested in skating. But as soon as I try it, it'll be another thing on my list. And these things could turn into hobbies, like great, amazing uses of your time. So at first it might just start as something that you're maybe interested in trying once, or whatever, but it could turn into a hobby just as quickly. As you can see, I saw Romeo and Juliet in New York with my mom and my sister, and I felt like that was an amazing experience as well. Something shared that you can do and reflect on, and again, talk to someone else about. So you're kind of culturing yourself. You're making yourself more I don't know what the word is. You're kind of making yourself more conversational in a way, by exposing yourself to being in places where you can A, talk to people, and then B, if you're in a different place, you can talk to somebody else about an experience that you had. I made this cute little pottery thing. I just thought it would be the most adorable thing. My sister was not interested in doing this. I'm sure she would have wanted to go to the mall or something, but I was like, no, this is what we're gonna do. And we ended up really enjoying it and having a great time, and we had something memorable to keep from the experience. I highly, highly, highly recommend setting goals for yourself. And one of my goals was to get out more, be more active, take more photos, so I can really envision what I want my life to look like, what I want. And these are all things that center around me and myself. As you can see, cooking was one of them, and that I feel like is a really great hobby to start doing, not just because you want to look like you're such a good cook and oh my gosh, I want someone who can cook, blah blah. No, cooking is an important skill that everybody needs to learn. I never really learned to cook because I didn't have to, and I don't really like it. I feel like it takes a lot of time in buying the ingredients and then making the food and then cleaning up and all this other stuff. I've started to actually like it. I've surprised myself. I made this meatloaf. I know it doesn't look that cute, but trust me, it was good. And I definitely think cooking is something kind of low threat you can get into that is really great to do in the comfort of your own home. If you wanted to, and I've done this before, you could also take a cooking class, so you can be more you can make it more of an experience than if you were to just be at home cooking and experimenting. So definitely give cooking a try, because that's, again, a palatable skill that you're gonna want and need for the rest of your life. And it might even help you save some money. I also love pampering myself. As you saw, I just got my nails done, and here I'm walking around Old Town because I love shopping, and there's a couple good thrift shops in Old Town Alexandria that I like to visit. So you'll catch me shopping. That's just something I love doing. Trader Joe's is one of my favorite places to shop. I don't know, something about the energy and the vibe of Trader Joe's I just love so much, and I love their niche products. So I could stay in Trader Joe's all day if I wanted to. I also love Wegmans, and shopping is just something I like to do, even if it's for stuff that I don't really want or need necessarily. I like the experience. Sometimes I'll just be in the store and I'll leave with nothing, and it was still productive because it's what I like to do. So something as trivial as grocery shopping can be something a really fun experience. I know that's kind of boring and mundane, but I really like it. And then I also visited this Asian grocery store. Really cool, but it was so overwhelming. I felt it was just so much stuff, and everything, the colors were so vibrant. I didn't even know what to look at. It took me hours to get through the entire store. I loved it, obviously. And I felt I looked at every single product, but I know that if I came back, there'd be so much more to explore and find. So yeah, I love shopping in the form of farmers markets, okay? Don't sleep on a farmers market. Don't sleep on a farmers market. I'm walking up to this one. It was kind of cold this day, so I don't feel it was as popping as usual, but it's just such a spring, summertime vibe. I love it. And you don't really have to get anything. It's just the experience and the vibe of being there and being around people and, having this kind of cozy, fun walking experience. And then a lot of the hobbies that I noticed that I like to do require some level of exercise, kind of, right? So if that's shopping, or if that's the pole dancing that I tried, or I've even gone on hikes with hiking groups and stuff. I like to really be active, so I like to incorporate being active within my hobby, so I'm accomplishing more than one thing, so I'm stimulating my mind and also stimulating my body. So that's why I love shopping a lot. But I also love a good farmer's market. This is the Falls Church Farmer's Market. It happens every Saturday. I highly recommend it, especially in the summertime when more of the vendors are out. But this was kind of a chill day. So, and again, for most of these hobbies or activities that you're trying to center yourself, you 100% don't need someone else to come with you. You don't need someone else to go to the grocery store, to go to the thrift store, to go to the farmer's market. You can be alone, you know what I mean? So I think it gives you a lot of time to think about, who you are and interact with the world organically outside of other people or outside of a relationship. And thrifting is certainly one of my hobbies, which I plan to talk about more on my page. I love it so much, and I feel like I have so much. If it's one thing I'm pretty much an expert about, or that I have a lot of knowledge about, it's thrifting. And I love clothes. I love thrifting. I love clothes. I love the chase. I love the hustle. I say that a lot, but yeah, I really do. And this is something that I feel like I can really relate to other people deeply about. So I'm passionate about it, is what I mean. And other people who are passionate about thrifting, I really get along with. I really love talking to them. So I feel like if you have a passion for something, focus on that passion, and then possibly connect with other people who have the same passion as you do, and you're bound to have a really good experience. There's something so amazing about organically experiencing something new on your own. Like, there's something just chic about that. Like, just, I went to this restaurant the other day. I dined myself at this restaurant the other day. It was lovely. They had an amazing atmosphere. Like, I found this really cute, hidden spot. This is where I found a fur coat, okay? I found a full mink coat, okay? I'm sorry, I had to interject with that. But it was a place that I decided to go by myself because I'm just whatever, I might as well try something new. And I ended up finding a fur coat for my mom. But there's just something so chic about that. It's just you have just stuff going on for yourself. I don't know, it's something about that. It's just I don't know. I just kind of putting people on, I guess. But I am selling these clothes to thread up. My mom gave me a million bags of clothes that she doesn't wear anymore. So I feel sometimes even your hobbies can kind of turn into something a little bit for you can make a little bit of money, and who doesn't love making a little bit of money in your free time, And honestly, the best thing about all of these memories that you create is that they won't be squandered by someone else. You can be having a really good time with maybe whoever you're dating, and you're going out to this place and it's amazing, whatever. But then it's maybe if you're not with that person anymore, you've kind of spoiled the memory of that place and that experience. So I feel my favorite thing about going out by myself is that I will always have a good time with me. And I think that's really the goal of centering yourself and decentering men, is to have a good time with yourself, to really enjoy your own presence. So I've always enjoyed my own presence. I'm very much an introvert. So maybe that's not something I struggle with, but I think that it's really, really important to create memories that you will cherish, even if they're just you. Look at these glasses. How cute, how pretty. Like I said, I like to stay active. I think it's one of the most beneficial hobbies that you can have. It uses up a lot of my time, but I think it's well worth it when you take into account the friends you make and the wellness that you gain in your mental health and your physical well-being. I think this is one of the best investments of your time that you can really, really make. And I listen, I get it, but I haven't always loved exercise, and I wouldn't say that I love it now, but I do it and I enjoy it. And I think that it's something within this past year, so it's been a year for me now that I've been going to the gym consistently. It's something that I feel has build my confidence, my mental fortitude, my physical and emotional well-being. So staying active, being active, definitely a huge plus. I hope you've gained some really good tips about how to center yourself, and it really starts with using your time to benefit yourself. Always making sure that you are at the center of your own time, the time that you spend. It's such an you can't dispense that resource, you know what I mean? You can't get time back. So where you put it is so important, and you're the center of your world. So all of your time should really be spent on bettering yourself or having enjoyable experiences. If you learned something from this video, please leave a like and comment anything else that you've done in your time to center yourself, whether that's reading or going to church or some other experience that maybe I might want to try. Let me know. Leave it down in the comments, and thank you for watching. Bye!